We killed God, but forgot to dig the grave. We mocked the madman with a lantern, and now we light up dopamine screens at dawn, searching for meaning in pixels and promotions. Nietzsche was not celebrating when he declared God is dead. He was sounding the alarm for the civilization unknowingly sleepwalking into the spiritual abyss. The quote became a meme, but the meaning became a ghost. What happens when a society loses its center of gravity? When up and down are no longer directions, but empty metaphors? What replaces God is never a vacuum. It is always a substitute. And modern man, stripped of myth, but still hungry for transcendence, finds false gods everywhere. Some worship a nation because it gives them a history. Some worship the market because it gives them freedom. Some worship themselves because no one else seems real. The postmodern person laughs at tradition but buys crystals, follows gurus, and memorizes zodiac memes. We chant, "Be yourself," in a world where no one knows who they are. When the soul is starved, even junk food tastes holy. Atheism didn't kill religion, it privatized it, commodified it, and sold it back as lifestyle. Instead of kneeling before the altar, we kneel before algorithms. Every unburied God rots into ideology. Every ideology, unchecked, demands blood in the name of meaning. The 20th century was the proof. When God dies, man doesn't become free. He becomes anxious. He becomes tribal. He becomes violent. The death of one absolute truth opens the gates to 10,000 partial ones, each vying for attention, allegiance, and sacrifice. You may not believe in God, but you will still believe. You must. To be human is to make meaning. So the real question is not whether we have gods. It is which gods are worthy of us. What now in this scorched post-theistic terrain? We must become meaning makers again. Not by reviving old superstitions, but by remembering what they pointed to. Order, direction, dignity, destiny. Sociology teaches us that society is held together by shared symbols. Philosophy reminds us that those symbols must be earned, not inherited. History warns us when sacred stories die, dangerous fictions rise. Anthropology shows us that across all cultures, humans ritualize meaning, and ritual collapses, so does identity. Economics reveals that markets are never value neutral. They reflect the desire, fear, and hopes of a culture. Political science reminds us that power always fills the vacuum of meaning, and when truth retreats, propaganda rushes in. We must replant the forests of meaning, in families, in friendships, in quiet rituals, and communal acts. We must teach ourselves how to live again, not just survive. Not with slogans, not with products, not with likes, but with a deep, cultivated awareness of who we are, what we owe, and what we might yet become. To live without meaning is not freedom, it is vertical. To live with meaning is not dogma, it is the quiet rebellion against chaos. The lantern is still lit, the madman still wanders. He is no longer shouting in the market, he's whispering in your soul. Will you listen? Atheists cheer that God is dead, yet crowned personality cults, nationalism, or consumerism as the new theology. Because without a story to live for, it will burn down the world just to feel the heat. Reclaim meaning, or be claimed by madness.